where to trade? We trade on an exchange. Now, an exchange for forex traders, they call it broker, or in crypto, we call it exchange. And that's a platform where you can buy and sell. So, crypto trading exchanges are platform where you can buy and sell or store your different cryptocurrencies. There are a lot of exchanges. You have, I can't even start mentioning, but let me just mention the common one, like Binance is the common one. In fact, they are the #1 crypto exchange in the world. Okay, in Nigeria, we have Luno. Of recent, we have Bundle. What else? And there's one other one coming up. So I use Binance. I've used Bittrex when I started. I've opened different exchanges. There are some that I don't even use. Now there are some exchanges that run on you can run bots on them. They have bots. So there are different exchanges that we can use. This section we're going to see what exchange do I need. We're going to see how to select the exchange you need based on what you want to trade and other factors. So crypto exchange could be web version, like it's on web. You need to go to Google, type in the crypto website, the exchange website, that's web version. Okay, so crypto exchange could also be mobile. You can have it on your phone or you can have it on the tab. Now, I'm going to use the web version to make demonstrations. That doesn't mean if you are using a tab, you can't learn, or if you are using a phone, it's the same thing. So if you know how to use the web version, or if you understand all the components and the features of the exchanges, if you're on a tab, you'll be able to use it. It's just like saying you learn how to drive a car with Toyota Corolla. That does not mean if they give you a Jeep or if they give you a Lexus, you won't be able to drive a Lexus. All you just know is how to drive a car. So once you can drive a car, you should be able to drive any other car. I hope that is clear. So we're going to look at a web version, and once you understand, we're going to break it down, all the components there, so that if you want to register on any exchange, it will be easy for you. You understand it, you can play around. You're not going to be bamboozled by the different features in those exchange. Okay, so what are the features of an exchange? We're looking at Binance as a case study. We have a market pair. We have an order book. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's just make it like, let's look at maybe a theory, then we'll come to the practical aspects. So we have an order book. If you want to write, it's good for you to take this down. We have a market pair. And what I did here, this is just my own idea. All these ideas, they are not like a standard way of teaching it or everything you need to know. No, it's just my thought that I penned down. So I place these features of an exchange in order of importance. So number one is the market pair. What is a market pair? Sometimes they call it a market. So what is the market pair? This is where you find cryptocurrencies or currencies for forex traders, currencies pair, e.g. USD/Naira. So we're familiar with normal bureau de change. Maybe you want to buy dollar, you exchange your Naira for dollar, So those currencies are quoted in what we call currency pair, like this, USD/Naira. One thing again I'm going to say is on Binance, I'm going to use USD and Naira for demonstration. So when you understand how to navigate an exchange, trading Naira and dollar, you'll be able to transfer that knowledge to trade any other markets. So we understand USD/Naira. Okay, so this USD/Naira is called a market. Now in cryptocurrencies, you will find a pair like this, BTC/Naira, which is BTC versus Naira or BTC versus dollar. This means you are trading BTC markets. I will explain more about this later. So number two, you have an order. Order is a buy and sell. Sorry, you have an order button. Order button is where the button you will press for buy and sell. So it's where to place your buy and sell order. It's called an order. Like I want to buy Naira I want to exchange my Naira for dollar. So it's called an order. So you enter the amount of the coin you wish to buy in this order button. And the price you want, the quantity you want, then you press the execute trade. Now, Binance allow you to specify if you want 25%, 50%, 70%, or 100% of your fund to be used for that particular transaction. I'm going to explain that later, but just keep it at the back of your mind that we have number one, a market pair. Number two, you have an order button. That order button is also a buy and sell button. And number three, you have the price chart. It's a graph. And well, for technical traders, this is the most important tool for success. That's what you use to predict the market direction. So number 4 and 5, yeah, I join these two together because that's how I have highlighted it here. Let me just show us this. I'll come back to that slide again. But let me show us this. So this is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. Then this is number 4 and 5. These 4 and 5, they are the same. It's just that one is buying and one is selling. Then this is number 6 and 7. Now, I didn't talk about number 6 and 7 yet. I'm going to dwell more on number 1, 2, 3, then 4 and 5. So let's go back to this. So number 4 and 5 is called the order book. The order book is just a queue of buyers and sellers. Trading is it's automatic. You don't need to say, oh, I'm waiting for someone who is going to buy my Bitcoin, or I need someone who is going to buy my Ethereum, or someone who is going to buy my Naira. I'm looking for a trader. No, you don't look for traders. There are queues. There are queues of buyers and sellers already waiting for orders to be filled. Okay, so I'm going to be a bit slower here now so that we can understand this. Let me come to okay. Let's just take it like this. Now let's start explaining these things. Number 1, number 2, number 3, then and number 4 and 5. Now this is an exchange. Remember, we're talking about where to trade when we said we trade on an exchange. Now we're looking at the features of an exchange, or should I say the important features of an exchange. And I said number 1 from here is the market pair. Now this is a market. A market pair, let me go to this slide. Market pair. I'm sorry, I'm changing slide, but don't be confused. I'm talking about market pair now. Market pair, this is where you find the cryptocurrency pairs to trade. For instance, USD and Naira. You will find other cryptocurrency pairs like this, BTC/Naira, which means Bitcoin versus Naira. You also find BTC/dollar. So there are a lot of pairs. Now, let me explain a little bit about this pair using the Forex concept. This is a concept from Forex. They call it the base and the quote currencies. Please, you can write down your question, post it in the WhatsApp group later, or write it down, then later you post it for us so that I can answer for anyone you don't understand. But for now, I want to just speak to make things faster. So in Forex, they call this an exchange rate. So they call it a base and quote currency. For instance, EURO USD is euro and dollar. Now, if you see euro dollar equals to 1.1, it means that 1 euro, which is the first one, is equal to $1.1 USD. Okay, you can post your question in the chat. I'll get it. So I hope we get that. So 1 euro is equal to $1.1. So this first one is the base currency. The second one is the quote currency. So when you see this pair, for instance, when you see BTC NGN, we know that NGN is Naira, and you see BTC NGN is equal to, let's check it here. Okay, I hope we can see this. I don't know if it's clear, but I'm going to explain it further. BTC. Okay, let me just use this to explain. So if you see BTC/Naira or BTC Naira equals to 20 million, it means that one BTC, just like you have it here, is equals to 20 million. I don't know if I have to share. I don't know if we get that concept. Let me not dwell much on it. Please, if we understand that concept of market pair, just tell me yes. Oh, I'm breaking. So do we understand the concept of market pair? I need my so that's market pair. So there are a lot of pairs in the. There are a lot of pairs. There are a lot of pairs. So please, let's get this picture clearly in market pair. So if you have 1 euro, if you have something like this, euro USD equals 1.1. 4020. It means 1 euro is equals to $1.1. That's 1.14020. Okay, so that means, well, I think with time I will understand the market. I'm trying to look for what to share. We need to understand this market pair because I think that's the first thing we should get. And that's why I made it as number one. You see on the chart, I made it as number one feature on a trading exchange. We need to understand. Okay, so maybe I should open something to explain that concept more. I'm trying to explain that Naira pair because we need to grab that thing. We need to understand it well. So let me know if you can see my, am I sharing this screen? Please let me know what you can see on the screen now. Please, what can you see on my screen? I'm having a whiteboard.
1 euro to USD pair. 1 euro to USD pair. Exchange rate.
Some of this one, I don't know if they can even do. Yeah, they're on mute. What can you see on my screen? I'm not supposed to hear their voice. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Okay, I'll turn off the Bluetooth. Okay. I supposed to have a whiteboard on my screen. So let me share another screen. Maybe I have to reshare. Oh, I need to reshare the screen. New share, yeah. Okay, Microsoft whiteboard. Okay. Please let me know what you can see now. What am I using? All right, a whiteboard, thanks. So USD NGN equals to 480. What does this mean? This means 1 USD, of course we know USD is dollar, equals to $480. 480 Naira, I beg your pardon. Do we understand that? 1 USD equals to $480. So now, this thing, is called a market pair. That's what we call a market pair. Do we get it? It's called a market pair. And that's what we have in, now, the first currency, like I said, is always 1. Okay? Then the second currency is what is quoted. I don't know if I flogged that thing enough, but I think I've explained it enough for us to get it. The slide will throw more light on it, but just know that in crypto and in forex generally, you will see something like this. USD, I'm using Naira now so that it can be very simple. USD equals to 480. So when you are interpreting this simply means $1. $1 is equal to 480 Naira. That's what it means. So Similarly, if we have, if I have BTC USD is equals to, let me say 40,000. Interpreting this means one BTC is equals to 40,000. Oh, sorry, I'm using USD. Sorry, equals to $40,000. That is what it means. Okay, very good. So I think that is clear enough. So now, going forward, if you see BTC ETH, ETH is Ethereum. I know we understand BTC, Bitcoin. So ETH is Ethereum. So if you see BTC ETH equal to I don't know what BTC Ethereum is, but let me just assume. I'm trying to check. No, this is BTC, this is Ethereum. So if you see BTC Ethereum is equals to, let's say 0.001. Okay, this means one. Oh, sorry, no. Oh, it's not even listening back up. If you see BTC Ethereum is equals to 40, let me say 30,000. 30,000. Is that correct? Let me press that. Let me check BTC Ethereum. Yeah, 30,000. Very good. 30,000. So if you see something like this, it simply means one Bitcoin is equals to 30,000 Ethereum. Okay. So now the first currency, which is the quote currency, this first currency is called the market. So now on Binance, when you want to, on Binance, when you see something like market, you will see something like BTC market. BTC market. So in BTC market, you will see BTC Naira, you will see BTC Ethereum, you will see BTC USD, that is BTC dollar, and you will see a lot. That's just telling you that you are in BTC market. Pardon my writing, I'm using computer, so it's not straight. But I hope we get that clear. So let's leave that and let's move to something else. I have to change the screen. So now that's market. Now, you have a lot of markets. So let's go to the next one, the buy button. I think I should explain this further. Let me go to Binance. All right. So I want to explain this this markets or market pair practically. So I'm going to go to Binance now. I'll go to Binance and I'll explain it from there. I'm on the website. So if you are with your Binance app on your phone, you can also follow us on your phone. But I'm going to be using the website. So please let me know if you can see my screen. I'm on Binance now. So let me know what you can see. All right, very good. Justice did something. Ethereum BTC is 0.00. Let's do something. Let me share this white paper. All right, Justice did something. Justice posted something on the chat now, which says Ethereum BTC is equal to, where is that chat? Ethereum BTC is equals to 0.034. Let me stop there. Now, Justice, we are on Ethereum market. This is Ethereum market. This is not BTC market. You are in Ethereum market. Okay. So what this is telling you is that one Ethereum is equal to 0.034 Bitcoin. All right. This is different from BTC markets that I explained. Don't forget the first crypto or the first currency is the quote currency. Is the base currency. Okay, is the base currency. So let's go to let's go to Binance now. I'm going to Binance so that we can check markets. So I'm on Binance website now. Just let me know if you can see my screen on Binance Market. I'm on Binance Market now. That's the website. Let me know what you can see.
Yeah, we can see the website.
All right, so let's go. So now I'm on Binance. Binance is a very big site and it could be complicated, but all we need to know is the buttons we need to press. So once you know the button you need to press, you don't need to bother yourself about other ones. Just a reminder, we're running out of time. I have 10 minutes for this section since we're using a free version of Zoom. But I think with that 10 minutes, I can conclude. We can conclude on this market pair. Okay, so on Binance now, you will see markets. Click on markets. When you click on markets, you will see spot trades. Spot markets. Now forget about this screen. Let's just focus on focus on this. So now under markets, you will see there are different markets. Don't forget I told you that the first cryptocurrency or the first currency is the base currency. The base currency. So let's go to fiat, and under fiat, I go to Naira. You will see Naira. Now in Naira, I have BNB Naira, BTC Naira, BUSD Naira, ETH Naira, Link Naira, Tron Naira, blah, 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 blah. So I want to do the simple one. So I'm going to do BUSD Naira. Now in your app on your website, you can click on favorites. All these different markets, you can just add the ones you want to your favorite so you don't complicate things. So if, for instance, let me remove all this from favorite, remove all this. Let me just stay on this two. So make it simple. Favorite. Now don't forget about, leave this button, just go to sports. If you're on mobile app, on your mobile app, when you launch your Binance app and you've logged in, you're going to see, when you go down, you will see home, then you will see markets. So on markets now, click on fiat. Fiat means paper money. That's our currency, like Naira, dollar. So when I click on this, you see that all these buttons appear. Now, this USDT means dollar, BUSD means dollar. So these two, please take note of it. They are dollar. But this BUSD means Binance dollar. USDT means USD Theta. Okay. TUSD is also a dollar. Euro, we know euro. USDC is also a dollar. So let's focus on BUSD because that's what you can exchange for Naira. So click on BUSD. So this, click on Naira. We are going to Naira, our own currency, which is simple for us. So click on Naira. When you click on Naira,
Sorry, what currency is BUSD? Binance dollar.
Dollar, yeah, Binance dollar. It's also a dollar, or it's a crypto dollar. Okay. So if you are looking for dollar to buy in black markets, maybe because you want to send to a friend, you can just buy dollar on Binance. And if the person has a Binance account, you send dollar to the person wherever the person is, and he looks for a way to withdraw it. So I'm on fiat now, and I'm in Naira markets. Now in Naira markets, I want to trade just 2 coins, and those 2 coins I want to trade is BUSD Naira, which is dollar Naira, and maybe Bitcoin Naira. So I click on those star. That star means I should add them to my favorites. So when I click on those 2 stars, I've added it to my favorite. When I come to favorites now, you will see it. It's there. Okay, let me also leave this one. So you that are using mobile app, when you go to markets, then go to fiat. You will see fiat on the top. When you go to fiat, look for Naira. Just scroll and look for Naira. Click on Naira. Then when you click on Naira, look for BUSD down. Then click on BUSD. Add it to favorites. Add it to your favorites. So when you add it to your favorite, you can find it on your favorite. Now, what this simply means is that $1, that is 1 BUSD, is equals to 484.83 Naira. Okay, this is just saying the same thing but in a reverse way. So also this means 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin is equal to 17 million Naira. Do we get that? 17 million Naira. Now, if you want it, all these, they are just making a quotation in dollar. Okay, they are just making a representative. Don't be confused by these ones. This one. Don't be confused by that. Let's forget about these ones. Yes, we'll talk about it later. So what we're just saying now is we're explaining market pair. So I believe we've understood market pair. If there's any other question, if there are questions on it, you can just type it later in the WhatsApp group and I'll answer it. So let's leave market pair now. Let's go to let's go back to our slide. See, please take notes. You might not grab everything once, but when you replay the video, you go through or the slide, you go through it, you understand it. So it's not an issue if you don't understand it once. It happens like that. And you can also come on the platform, post questions. And we'll also have time for discussion too, like it's going to be a two-way thing. But for now, to make things faster, let's just make it a one-way thing. Let's just take it like that. So now number 2 is the buy button. The order button, that's where you need to do your buy and sell. The order button. So we've explained market pair. We are now explaining buy button. So when I said the buy button, it's a place where you buy and sell, where you place your buy and sell order. You will enter there. You will enter the amount of coin you wish to buy or you wish to sell. The price, the price you want to sell it or you want to buy it. Then the quantity you need. So 3 things. You need 3 things. It's just like saying, yeah, Max, there are different forms of trading. We'll look at them later. Okay, yeah, you have 2 questions. Yeah, we're going to talk about to fund Binance account. There's a video.
Yeah, continue. I'm trying to clear Mimi on that.
Yeah, thank you, Max. There's a video on how to fund your account to get there, but we need to understand this concept first. Then we'll go to how to fund the account. Okay. So I was saying on order pair, there are 3 things. Imagine you need dollar, you want to buy dollar. Now there are 3 things. Number 1 is how much do you want to buy dollar? Now let's say they sell dollar for 484 naira. That is $1 is equals to 484 naira. The question you should ask yourself is, do you want to buy it at that rate or you want to wait for dollar to come down? So you might want to wait for dollar to come down. Maybe you say you want to buy it at 480 instead of 484, because if you buy dollar at 484, it means you will have more quantity. So you need, number 1, you need the price you want to buy. So I want to buy dollar at 484. Number 2, what is the quantity of the dollar I need? Okay, what quantity of dollar I need? So those things, we need to know them before we place our order. So when we come to this now, you can see, sorry. So now look at the order book, buy BTC. So you have the price. I will explain this later or something, but I just want to make us understand that you need to know the price you want to buy, then the amount, the quantity you need. Those things are important. Later, we'll talk about what limit, market, and stop limit order is. You're going to see, when you go down, you will see home, then you will see market. So on market now, click on fiat. Fiat means paper money. That's our currency, like naira, dollar. So when I click on this, you see that all these buttons appear. Now, all this USDT means dollar. BUSD means dollar. So these 2, please take note of it. They are dollar. But this BUSD means Binance dollar. USDT means USD Theta. Okay. TUSD and TUSD is also a dollar. Euro, we know euro. USDC is also a dollar. So let's focus on BUSD because that's what you can exchange for naira. So dwell the market pair. And in market pair, don't forget, it can also be called market. And when you go to when you click the market button on Binance or any of the exchange you are using, you will see a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot of pairs. Now in markets, you could have Bitcoin market, you could have Naira market, you could have whatever market you want. So just note that, let me ask a question please and post it in the chat group. Now this, maybe I shouldn't use this. Okay. Please, on this screen, this one that is highlighted, BUSD/NJ, what markets am I on here? Please, can you post the answer on the chat? Let me just get a feel of what market am I here? What market am I? I know we have experts or we have people who understand it very well, but you understand that concept very well. Please, let me see those that are still on the basics. Max, they said USD, Binance USD. Yeah, that's better. It's a Binance USD, not just USD. So it's a Binance USD market. Very good. It's a Binance USD market. Yeah, it's a Binance USD market. Very good. Because the first currency, which is the base currency, it's what defines the markets you have. The first currency, which is the base currency, is what defines the markets you have. Like this, euro dollar, I'm on euro markets if I'm trading forex. All right, so BUSD naira, I'm on, sorry, BTC naira, I'm on BTC markets if I'm on this. Okay, BNB naira, I'm on BNB markets if I'm on this. So the currency that you see is showing, it's just telling you that one BNB is equals to 20,000 naira. All right, so thank you guys. You've given me a feel that's I'm not just talking rubbish, that some people understand what I'm saying. Okay, so number 2, we're looking at the buy button. Now the buy button, and we said the buy button is where you place your buy and sell. And I want to go to Binance websites now. Let me share my screen on Binance website. Share screen, new screen. I'm on Binance website now. Okay, so whether you're on app or websites, it's same. So I'm in market, don't forget, I'm in market, and under market, I came to spot market. There are futures market, we can explain that later. I came to spot market, and under spot market, I came to fiat. Don't forget, fiat is paper money, and I came to naira. So that was how I got to this. So you see that everything here, they are quoted in naira. Don't forget, the second currency is called the quote currency, while the first one is called the base currency. So in my naira market, I put BTC and BUSD as my favorites. So I can now come to favorites, and you will see, okay, 3. You will see those 3. Let me remove this. Oh, let me just settle. I need $1. I need $1 BUSD. So I can come to BUSD. Come to BSD and I look for. You can even search. You see, you have a search button there. You can search BTC. So I need this to be my favorite. I'll put it on my favorite. So I have 3 here now. I have Naira dollar, BTC Naira, and BTC dollar. Don't forget BUSD is Binance dollar. Okay, so let's now go to, I'll come to trade. Let me click on trade. On mobile app, I don't know how it looks like. I click on trade. So I click on trade and it's taking time to load. So if you're on mobile, just on your mobile, go to Mac. On your mobile, you don't even need to, yeah, you can go to markets. When you go to markets, you can click those 2. Look for fiat, then look for BTC USD or BTC BUSD. Look for BUSD Naira and put them on favorites. So under favorites, for me now, which one did I click? Oh, it's still loading. Right. It's taking time to load. I think it's taking too much time to load. We have to stop it on it. Sorry. So when you click on this trade button, it's going to take you to this thing slow. Why is this slow? Why is this thing taking forever to open? The internet connection is unstable. Sorry. Let me go back to, I'll come back to that to save time. Let me go back to the slide. Taking long to open. Okay, please let me know. Can you see my screen now? Can you still see my screen, please?
Yes, we can.
All right, thanks. I'm going to say something. If you've not registered on Binance yet, you can actually still go to Binance and use a As in just open the website and try to navigate like I've done. If you don't have a Binance account, we'll show you how to open a Binance account. I think there are people there too who can help you open a Binance account. But for the purpose of quick demonstration, and for you to be able to play around all these features we're talking about, you can go to Binance even without registering and just see these features. So don't wait until you get registered. But of course, you have to get registered and on the account and all those ones. Okay, so don't be confused with all these features. Yes, let's just go to this button. This is what we need: the buy and the sell button. Um, so see what I've done. I came here when I clicked on this trade button. Okay, that's what brought me here. So I hope. Okay, so let me just do a demonstration. Please, can you see my Binance screen now? It's a different screen from the first one.
Yes, we can.
All right, so I'm on which market am I? BUSD Naira. Yeah, I'm on BUSD Naira. So now I want to buy I want to buy dollar. Yeah, I want to buy dollar, and I want to buy dollar for 480. So I'm going to put the price I want there, 480. What is the amount of dollar I want? Is it $1 or $2 or $3? How much do I want? I want let's say I want to buy $10. Okay, as in $10. Yeah. At what rate? So this is my rate at 480. So I'm going to specify it there. Now, do you see this button there? I'm not signed in, sorry. So we might not see everything. It's asking me to log in. So if you see this button, now this button is what you can click on this button. This button means 25% of your fund or 50% of your fund or 75% of your fund. So it's like it makes things easy for you. Instead of you to put the amount you want there, if you have $100 on your Binance account, you can just say, oh, I need 50% of my $100. So the system will automatically put $50 here for you. But if you don't want that, you can just use your cursor or your hand to just type what you want. You want to buy $50. So I just showed us this so that we can see the buy. Now, if you also want to sell, I can say, oh, I bought for 480 and I'm going to sell it for, let's say, 490. And I'm going to sell all $500. Okay. I thought I was logged in here, but I'm not logged in. So I won't be able to do that. So on your mobile app, the same thing. You can just go to your mobile app and you will see that buy and sell button. So I just want us to understand that buy and sell button. Now there are different types of buy and sell method you can do. There is a limit buy, there's a market buy, there's a stop limit buy. But for simplicity purpose, just keep it at limit buy for now. Later we'll explain all these different types of buy, okay? Because they actually mean different things. So just always keep it at limit buy. All right, so we move. We've talked about this market pair, we've talked about other pair. Now I want to look at the graph. Now for the graph, we can spend days on this. We can spend days on it. But I'm just going to make it very simple and say the basic. The graph, from what we have here, the graph is the most important feature, and is where you analyze the trend, you gauge the market sentiment, you make a prediction of price. Yeah. Can you mute yourself, please? There is an interference. So you make prediction of the market on this graph. So on your Binance or on any other exchange, you have your graph or your charts. So number one, you have your market. Number two, you have your buy and sell order. Number three, you have your graph. Okay, so if we come to oh, I don't think there is. So sorry. I was talking on the slide. I did not know that I'm still on the Binance exchange. Okay, so we've talked about the markets. We've talked about the markets. We've talked about the buy button. This is the buy button, and now we've talked about the graph. The graph. So on the graph is where you make interpretation of the market, the technical analysis of the market, and you make prediction of price. I should actually log in. Please let me quickly log in and so I can have a feel of what I'm saying. I need to log into my Binance. trying to log into my Binance on the website. So we talked about the, I'm trying to make this thing into pieces. So when you take an exchange, you can navigate it easily. Okay, so this is we've looked at the market. Under market, we picked one market and I clicked on Naira dollar market. I clicked on trade and it brought me to this. So you see I'm on Naira dollar market. So always try to know the market you are in. Now I talked about the buy button. Now this button on Binance website, this thing you can arrange it how you want it. So on some exchange, you might not see. Hello, please. What can you see on my screen now? Where am I? Am I on? Am I on? Am I on the PowerPoint? Or I'm on the exchange. Let me see. I'm on the PowerPoint, so it's supposed to be on the exchange. Okay, so I'm back on Binance now. So far, we've looked at market. When you click on market, it brought me here. So I'm on Binance, Binance dollar and Naira market. So the way to easily interpret BUSD Naira is just to know that you're on dollar Naira market. Okay, you're on dollar market. So you can change your market here. You just click on this one and select any market you want. Okay, you see this, it will take me to my favorites again. So I'm on dollar Naira. Okay, so and I told us here we can okay, there's little money in this account, so we can make a demonstration. All right, so on this market I have dollar. I have few dollar there, $187. So since I have few dollar, I might say, okay, I want to sell my dollar for Naira. How much do I want to sell it? What is the price of dollar now? I can look at it from here, or I can look at it from here. The price of dollar is 484. Okay, and I say, oh, I want to sell my dollar for 490. So how many dollar do I want to sell? I can say, oh, the amount of dollar I want to sell is just maybe $100. You see? So you see here now automatically, it has given me the total amount of dollar, the total amount of dollar I'm going to sell in Naira. Or I can say, oh no, I want to use 50%. This is 0, this is 25, this is 50, this is 75, and this is 100. So I can say, oh, I just want 50% of my fund to be used to buy to sell the dollar. Then I click on my sell button. Okay, so let me do something. So now when I click on my sell button, automatically, you see it did something. 490. I want to show you something. Where is it? I can come to this open orders. Open orders shows you all the different order you've placed. Now sell is always red because something is going out from you. So you see sell is always red. While buy is always green. Okay, so now that sell order that I've made, we can see it here. It has queued up in this place. So on this date, at this time, in this market, BUSD market, NGN, I made a limit sell. This type is talking about this limit sell. I made a limit sell. And which side did I do? Was it a buy or a sell? It was a sell. So what price? I want to sell $45.8 at 490 Naira. Okay, so field is telling me that is it field, is my order field or not? No, it's not yet filled. So I can cancel this and I want to quickly show something. Let me cancel that now and do something. I'm going to place it at, let me place it at 4. I want to sell for 84.8. Now take note of something that needs to happen. Let me say I want to sell 25 and I place sell limit. Now can you see this? That order I've made, can you see it in this queue? Can you see this dots? 484. Can you see it? It's moving. 484.8. Can you see it? So it was my order that I made that is appearing here. So with this now, let me quickly cancel it before it's itself. Now with this, let's come to, I believe we've understood these buttons. Is what you do here, you can also do here. So now let's come to the what is it called now? The order book. The order book. Don't forget that I talked about the order book. Quickly go to the side. I talked about the order book. I told you the first thing is to know the market, to know the order button, which is the buy and sell button we just discussed. The next thing is to know the price charts. That one is the graph. We don't need to dwell more on that one. We'll take a whole time. We'll take time to go deep into that. Then the 4-5 thing is the order book. Now the order book is buyers and sellers that queue up. So it's a queue of buyers and sellers. and it shows you the price of the assets you want to buy or you want to sell. Okay, so that's what we have here. Uh, this. So that's what we have here. So this is an order book. Okay, this is an order book. Don't get confused. There are a lot of things there, but you just focus on the buttons you have to use. So we've talked about the market. We've talked about the buy and sell button. Now we're on the order book. Now when I make a sell here, the sell is going to appear. When I make a buy, the buy is going to appear here. Now this order book, what does it mean? I can explain all these ones later. But let me talk about the order book. Order book is, how can I expand this thing? I want to, okay, this order book is just a queue of sellers and buyers. That's why you don't need to say, oh, I want to sell my dollar, or I want to sell my naira, or I want to buy Bitcoin. Who is going to sell to me? Who is going to buy? No, you have people that have already queued up. You see, these are people. The green are the buyers, the red are the sellers. So the buyers now, these are buyers. You see here, price, amount, and total. For instance, now, so we're on the order book, and I've explained you have the buyers. Sometimes they are called the bidders, or you just say buy bid, then sellers we say ask. So on some exchange, you see bid and ask. For most exchange now it's called buy sell. So for I was explaining something that if you want to buy a pair of shoes, you are a buyer, you want to buy a pair of shoes, and one person is selling shoe for 2,000, another person is selling for 5,000, another person is selling for 10,000. You are interested in the lower price as far as the quality are the same, okay? You're interested in the lower price. So nobody will say, oh, this pair of shoes is 2,000 and this guy is selling, another seller is selling his own for 5,000, another seller is selling his own for 10,000. So me as a buyer, I'll go and buy the person selling for 10,000. It doesn't make sense. As far as the qualities are the same, you're interested in the seller with the lowest price. That's why in the seller's side, you have the lower person, the lower seller up, and you have the higher ones down. Okay, so that's why I drew this and said increasing. So increasing means this guy is lowest price. This is the lowest price. Why? As you're going down, the price is increasing. Now for the buyers, the buyers, this guy is the highest price. Okay, the same thing too. If you are a seller, you want to sell something, who are you going to sell it to? Who are you interested in selling it to more? You're interested in the buyer with the highest price. So that's why in the buyer side, you have the highest price. You have the highest price here. Okay. And another thing you should note that buyers are always in green, sellers are always in red. Buyers are always in green, sellers are always in red because to make sense of it, red means something is leaving you, green means something is growing. Okay, so when you're buying something, you're increasing the volume of that thing. And now, just to digress a little, when we come to candlestick, that's why when you see a candlestick, the candle is green. You see another candle, the candle is red. Okay, green means you're having a lot of buys. Okay, you're having a lot of buyers. When we come to candlestick, we'll talk about that one. You'll see something like this in the charts. Okay, so green means you have a lot of buyers, while red means you have a lot of sellers. So you see the way these things they relate. So I think that's enough on that. We've stressed that a lot. Let's go to the exchange. Let's go to the exchange. So just transfer that concept now. Transfer it into this other book. Now, you cut once. In tailoring, they used to say measure twice, cut once. Okay, so you need to look at it very well before you press your buy or your sell button. Please make sure you double check all these things. I made a mistake here. I didn't double check and I went to press the sell button and that trade led to a very tiny loss. So now I need to check twice. Check my price 483.5. Check this as well and make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I want to buy. Now for me, I want this price to appear here so that you can see what I've been explaining before. Okay. I want it to be in 484. So buy. Now, did you see this? That's buy order I did. Do you see it appear here? Please, if you see it, just give me a message in the chat box that yes, you can see it. It has appeared here. So it's now in the queue. It's now in the queue. So which means as the trade keeps as the trade keeps going, a time is going to come that this my order is going to appear here. Okay, now I want to buy at 483, but there's no seller yet that wants to sell at 480. The lowest seller you have wants to sell at 483.87. Why me? I want to buy at 483.45. Do we get that? So how does a trade happen? A trade happens when the buyer and the seller agrees on a price. You don't need to negotiate, you only just to put the price there, and the time is going to come that the seller's price and the buyer's price are going to be equal. They are going to meet. Okay. Now I'm going to do that. Let me cancel this. I come to this order history. I want to cancel, or maybe I should not even cancel. Oh yeah, I have to cancel it. I wouldn't have canceled it. I would have left it there. But let me cancel it so that I can redemonstrate. Now I'm going to place my buy order. I'm going to place it very close to this seller, and you see what's going to take. What's going to happen. I want to buy at 484.14. Now I'm buying at 484.14. That is, I'm buying at this price, hoping that there's going to be a. No, let me make it 4807. Make it close to this 07. So I want to buy. Let me just put $2. Okay. Let me make it very small so that in case. Now, so I put $2 here. You notice now this time I didn't use this button 25%, blah blah blah, 100%. I just used $2. Okay, so you can also type your amount there. $2. I use just $2. Now I'm buying at 475. Now I want to be on this queue. 483. 483 points. I have 69 there, so let me put 60. Okay, let me put $2. 60. Oh, 60 is fine. 60 is fine. So can you see my buy? But I want it to execute immediately. Now, when it's going to execute is when this. Let me go to that board. Okay, let me just stay on it. When this guy, if these guys they've agreed, this one clears off, this one clears off, this one clears. When this my buy order gets close to this, then this price, the seller and the buyer becomes equal. So this thing is always going on automatically. All you need to do as a buyer, or a seller, just put the price you want and leave it. Okay. So this is me here now. You see, this button is always changing because this the sellers and the buyers are always adjusting their price. I don't know if I'm making sense. Please let me know. Give me a chat up if it's making sense or if it's confusing. Maybe I'm not explaining it well. I feel I'm not explaining it well. Okay, just to say it's making sense. Is it making sense? I need like 3. Okay, I need 3. I need 1 more. Okay. Okay, fine. Now you're a buyer. I want to buy low. So as a buyer, I'm always placing a lower price. See something. If I should place a price at 484, you know this is 483. It means the highest buyer is 483.7. Now, if I should place a 484, not even 484 point anything, if I just place a 484 $2 and I click this buy, you won't see it on this queue. And you know why you won't see it on this queue? Because it will be automatically swallowed up because it is higher than the highest buyer. So you won't see it on the queue. So maybe I should just explain this limit buy and market buy now. Now you don't need to see what is on the queue. If you want to see this, let me click on more. I'm going deeper into the order book, sorry, so that we can see it more. I don't want to complicate things. So if we understand that, let's just move ahead. Do we understand? Do we have any question on the order book?